Every offseason, it's the same story. Coaches retiring, stepping away for personal reasons, or parting ways, both mutually and not. The coaching carousel spins fast and hard, and 2025 season is no different. Today, we're diving into who actually won and lost in the 24-25 NCAA Women's Basketball Coaching Carousel. And yes, some of the so-called departing coaches may have actually come out ahead. But before we jump into all of that, welcome back to Davis Sports Report. I'm so glad you're here. This community has become a family, so if you're new or stopping by periodically, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become part of the DSR family, where we dig into the real stories behind college hoops, and I promise you'll enjoy the ride. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, and let's get into it. Like I said, tons of movement this year, and today we're focusing on the power conferences, Big 12, SEC, Big 10, ACC, and Big East. We're kicking things off with the Big 12. Arizona. The departing coach is Adia Barnes, one of the most respected names in the game. From WNBA vet to TV analyst to Final Four coach, Adia turned Arizona into a national force. Key highlights are 2019 WNIT title, 2021 Final Four, and the upset win over UConn, and defensive powerhouse and recruiting pipeline builder. The new coach, Becky Burke. She's young, fiery, and battle-tested. Burke climbed the ladder from NAIA to Buffalo, where she won a WNIT, posted a 30-win season, and went 61-37 over 3 years. In 2025, she made the leap to Arizona, a major stage with major expectations.
First and foremost, just a couple quick thank yous. Thank you to the University of Buffalo, where I spent the last 3 years of my career, and our players, our staff, the administration there, for a transformational 3 years in my career and in my life. I appreciate everybody. I'm so thankful for my time there, and appreciative. To Coach Barnes and her staff, for building such a special thing here, and for contributing to such a rich tradition in women's basketball. I'm always very, very aware of people that have come before me, and very just thankful for the path and the vision and what's led us to today. And just very, very excited to be here. Just thrilled to be here.
The departing coach's next move. Barnes is now the head coach at SMU. Her Arizona contract ran through 2026 with a $1.2 million per year salary, and sources say SMU was willing to pay the buyout Arizona wanted to avoid. While Auburn reportedly showed interest, SMU pulled the trigger. Plus, they offered strong NIL support. Win or loss? For Barnes, to be determined. Her new salary isn't public. But if things had actually soured at Arizona as being reported, this may be a strategic escape. For Arizona, they lost 11 players to the portal, 3 of whom followed Barnes to SMU. That's a major L in the short term. Next is BYU. Departing coach Amber Whiting, a former BYU player with a reputation for building culture. Whiting moved from high school champ to WNIT level D1 coach in just a few years. In her debut college season, she guided the Cougars to a 2023 WNIT appearance. The new coach is Lee Cummard, who is a former BYU men's star turned women's assistant, now head coach. Known for leadership and basketball IQ. Cummard was named assistant coach in 2018 and was named interim in March of 2025 and was quickly promoted to head coach.
I would like to give a special thanks to President Reese and President Vorking for their support throughout this process and in my time here with them. They've been great to me and to my family, so I'm really grateful for them. I'd like to thank the coaches that I've had over the years. Coaches that I played for in high school, Coach Lynch, Coach Burkhar, and to Coach Rose, who I communicated with this morning. I'm grateful for him and for him allowing me to come here as a player all those years ago. Really grateful for the coaches that I've worked for here. In my opinion, Worked for two of the greatest coaches at BYU, and Coach Rose on the men's side and Coach Judkins on the women's side, and learned so much from them. Grateful for Coach Whiting and everything that I learned from her the last few years working with her and for her.
The departing coach's next move? There's no new position that has been announced for Whiting. Was this a win or a loss? For Whiting, a loss. No current job, and her daughter Amari, BYU's top talent, entered the portal. For BYU, it's a wait and see. Kamard has potential, but it's a gamble. Next up is Houston. Departing coach, Ron Huey. He has 11 years of steady growth, 3 WNIT trips, and a reputation for grit and player development. The new coach is Matthew Mitchell, former Kentucky head coach with 5 Sweet 16s, 2 Elite 8s, and SEC titles under his belt. Stepped down in 2020 for health reasons as he recovered from brain surgery after a hiking fall, now returns to the game. Departing coach's next move. Huey joins Virginia Tech as an assistant under coach Amaka Aguga Hamilton. Win or a loss? Mitchell's hire is a big swing. He has the basketball IQ, but has been away from the game for multiple years. For Huey, he stayed in the game at a top program, but it is a step back. Slight loss for him, potential win for Houston. Next up is Arizona State. Departing coach, Natasha Adair. She's a veteran of the CAA and Big East with postseason success at Delaware, taking them to a WNIT semifinals and NCAA first round. Her ASU tenure was short and rocky. New coach is Molly Miller, a proven winner, from a 180-17 record at Drury to WAC dominance at Grand Canyon. She brings toughness and tempo to Tempe.
No, seriously, is it season yet? I mean, I cannot wait. I am humbled, I am honored, and I am grateful to be your next women's basketball coach at Arizona State. And there are some thank yous and people that I want to acknowledge. Obviously, first sitting to my right and my left, just thank you, Dr. Crow. Thank you, Graham, for your belief and your trust in me.
Departing coach's next move. There is no update yet on Adair's next steps. Win or loss? Adair, this is a loss. Arizona State looks like it could be a win, but we'll know more once Miller gets her first recruiting class. Next, we go to the SEC, where we'll start with Auburn. Departing coach is Johnny Harris, a Vic Schaefer disciplined and respected SEC assistant, being an assistant at big-name schools like North Carolina State, Arkansas, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, and Texas, before taking on the head coaching role at Auburn, where her tenure lacked results but brought a culture shift. The new coach is Larry Vickers. He built Norfolk State into a MEAC power, known for defense, structure, and underdog success. The departing coach's next move, Harris is now an associate coach at Baylor, where 2 of her Auburn players followed her. Is this a win or a loss? Harris likely took a pay cut as this is a step down in role. That's a loss. For Auburn, Vickers has upside, but we will see. This is a neutral to slight win. Next up is Arkansas. Departing coach, Mike Neighbors, loved by players and fans alike. He built Arkansas into a competitive SEC team, as remembered for huge upsets in the 2016 Final Four with Washington. He returned home to coach Arkansas in 2017. The new coach is Kelsey Musick, a D2 juggernaut at Southwest Oklahoma State University, then a rising star at Oral Roberts. This is her first major conference job. Departing coach's next move. For Neighbors, he joins the Los Angeles Sparks of the WNBA as an assistant coach. Huge platform. Is this a win or a loss? Massive win for Neighbors. For Arkansas, high risk, high reward. If Musick adapts quickly, it could pay off. Next up is Missouri. Departing coach Robin Pinkton, a program builder who brought consistency in 4 NCAA appearances during her 13-year run, but struggled the past 2 years. New coach is Kelly Harper, former Lady Vols with Sweet 16s at Tennessee and Missouri State. After a year in media, she's back on the bench and ready to lead.
Thank you so much. First off, before I thank anybody, I'm going to say y'all. That's just what I do. Thank y'all for being here. This is amazing. I love to see the passion here for not only this university, for this women's basketball program. Laird, thank you. President Choi, Board of Curators. I appreciate the opportunity that you have given me to lead this program, and so excited about what is in store for us.
Departing coach's next move. Pinkton is now head coach at Wisconsin, a lateral move at best. Win or loss. For Pinkton, career neutral. For Mizzou, Harper is battle tested. Slight win, but expectations will be high. Now we'll move on to the ACC, starting with Georgia Tech. Departing coach is Nell Fortner. She's an Olympic gold medalist, WNBA coach, NCAA trailblazer, guided Georgia Tech to a 2021 Sweet 16 and had a winning season in 24-25. Therefore, surprising many when she stepped down. Let's hear her reasons why.
So I am able to walk away from this program and from college athletics feeling very proud about what we've accomplished here at Georgia Tech. Super proud, really proud of the athletes and proud of everyone that had a part in what we did here. So it's a happy day for me. It's a maybe a little bit of a sad day. It's kind of a mixture, but I feel so grateful that I had the opportunity here.
Questions? Chad? Why now? Why did you feel the timing was right to do it now?
You know, I'm old, Chad. God, man, I'm getting up there. At some point, you got to hang it up, you know? Yeah, age is a number, absolutely, because I don't feel like I'm old. I feel like I've got a lot left in the tank. But, you know, the atmosphere today in college athletics, it's not for me. And it's changing so much. I've been blessed to have come through it and had a career that wasn't so difficult with how the NCAA is trying to run things now. So I'm just blessed. I don't have... you know, it's just time. It's time. It's a new era. It's time for a new voice. There's a lot to learn and navigate in this new era, and I'm just not ready to do that.
The new coach is Karen Blair, Maryland's former associate head coach, named 2020 WBCA's Assistant Coach of the Year, a recruiting and development specialist. Former coach's next move. Fortner was named Canadian basketball head coach of the senior women's national team, signaling the start of a new chapter as 25 athletes formally commit to the program through the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. Is this a win or a loss? For Fortner, big win. She left by choice and stepped up to international prestige. For Georgia Tech, potential win if Blair lives up to the hype. Next is SMU, departing coach Toyelle Wilson. She was on the sidelines as an assistant coach for Prairie View A&M, Baylor, and Michigan before taking the leap to head coach at SMU. Wilson's a builder and recruiter, but the struggle was real at SMU. The new coach is Adia Barnes. As we mentioned before, she is the former head coach for Arizona with a Final Four resume. This is a big-time hire. Departing coach's next move. Wilson will be heading to Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, to take on that head coaching position. Win or loss. For Wilson, career step back, smaller conference, lower profile. For SMU, big time win with Barnes, who has already been successful in the transfer portal. Now we'll move on to the Big Ten, where we're going to cover Wisconsin. The departing coach is Marissa Mosley. She is the former Denver, Minnesota, and UConn assistant before taking her first head coaching job at Boston University, where she had a winning record. She transitioned to Wisconsin in 2021, giving the Badgers 4 losing years before resigning. I did do some research and found that it was actually a resignation, as the Wisconsin AD stated that he was not intending to fire Mosley despite allegations of player mistreatment. The new coach is Robin Pington, former head coach of Missouri. She is a veteran with proven leadership who also experienced turbulence these past couple of years.
Well, thank you. I feel super honored and blessed to stand here today as your head women's basketball coach at the University of Wisconsin. You know, there's been so many people along the way that have had a huge impact on my coaching journey, and way too many to acknowledge, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention a few of them. First and foremost, my husband Rich and my 2 sons, Blake and Zach. I can tell you this, it's not easy to be the spouse or a kid of a coach. It's just not easy. They've allowed me to pursue something that I'm extremely passionate about over the years, and have been very patient with the time that I have and the amount of time that I spend with other people.
Departing coach's next move? So far, nothing announced. Is this a win or a loss? For Mosley, it's a loss. She stepped away. But if she needs the time away, it can absolutely be considered a win for her personal health. For Wisconsin, we will have to see. Pington comes from a powerhouse conference, but as stated, her previous 2 years were pretty rocky. And lastly, we're going to cover the Big East. DePaul. Departing coach is Doug Bruno, who is a legend. He built DePaul's women's basketball from scratch with 700 plus wins, Olympic coaching pedigree. He retired after decades of service. The new coach is Jill Pizzotti, a longtime assistant, now promoted after a strong interim season. Departing coach's next move. Bruno has taken the position of special assistant to the AD, focusing on fundraising and fan engagement, still very much around. Win or loss? For Bruno, this is a win. He chose his own ending. For DePaul, also a win. Continuity with Pizzotti plus Bruno's support that's likely to help with recruiting. So big win for them. So now I want to hear from you. Which coaching moves do you think will pay off long term? Who made the right call and who maybe should have kept their coach a little longer? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. We've got more content coming on WNBA news and the evolving landscape of NCAA women's hoops. Thanks so much for stopping by. I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.